games out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now a first down throw. Webb. Throw left side complete. It's Holloway. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st and 10, Webb. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Shaquille Barrett from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. In motion left goes Green. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Slot man moves right. Throwing on 3rd and long. Webb. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 23 yards on the play. So opening drive 3rd down. They complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
On 1st down, it's Webb. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there. And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air. In motion right comes Green. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
To throw on second down, here's Webb. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's third and short. Now Webb. Underneath for Johnson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
A first update now from Cleveland, and an early advantage in that one for the Giants. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And this seemingly endless drive continues. On second down, Johnson. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he motions the wide receiver. They'll run it with Johnson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Well, sometimes a tough game to figure out. One play he looks so good, and then the next play so bad, going backwards.
Yeah, in a span of 2 plays, you go from hero to GOAT, right, to use one of the cliches. But I think what often happens is you have a big run, and sometimes you try and do too much with your next one.
On second down, Webb. Being chased out left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, he's one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal.
Let's go.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Third down and goal from the 6. Here's Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. David Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. looks good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Play clock winding down. And a first carry here for John Crockett. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So it'll be first down here after the run. The slot man in motion right. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Fresh set of downs here.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
Slot man moves right.
Check! Check! Check!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Flex round! Flex round! Yeah. You don't want none. Ohio!
And the slot man goes in motion left. Time running out here on the play clock. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on 3rd down.
Come on, let's go. What? Ohio.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they had the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved.
Yeah.
You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Fielded at about the 28. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Let's go. Green, 39. Watching that body.
Off the bootleg. Webb. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And I think the ball's out, and the Falcons grab it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Four yards remaining now on 2nd down.
All right, now look at 56. Here we go. 56. Boom, landed. Boom, landed.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense, and what a big-time play there.
The Saints on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 319. 319. All right, back down in Philly. Here we go. Back down in Philly. Here we go.
Webb now from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Hurry up, here we go. 3, 9, over. That's touching now, Marty.
Green will come in motion right. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They go to Johnson again. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
The tight end in motion right. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. He's got a man complete. A.J. Green. Touchdown, New Orleans. A.J. Green, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints have taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot in the end zone and made it pay off.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll send the slot in motion left. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Off play action, it's Webb. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And on 2nd and 10 now. To throw again. Webb. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And to give this time to the tailback. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Falcons. John Crockett, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons have broken our tie.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Now a handoff, Johnson, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Timmy Jernigan in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Elsewhere, 2nd quarter in D.C. And the Ravens now really pouring it on. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Come on, let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is knocked down from the side at the 4-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Let's see what the offense comes with here, 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And the Saints signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here we go with 2nd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Webb. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here comes the Saints punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And they'll send the slot in motion left. A first down carry here for Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, that was not a highlight play for the offense. But how about the previous play? A big run? They're used to trading that, especially if you're a Hall of Fame runner. Big run, maybe not so much on the next one, but the big ones add up over time.
Flushed out right. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. And scoring yet again, the Colts extend that lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
Ohio, here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Switch. Flex round. Watch take the three. Here we go. Flex round. Check three. Let's go.
The play clock's running down. Watson on first down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. The big fella, 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Let's go. Brand 38.
So they'll put Bryant in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. In a 3-4 defense there, and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they've got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
On second down, here's Watson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here we go. Brand 38. Ohio.
From the gun, here's Watson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Throwing on first down. Webb. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Webb now, and they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Screen play, Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Second down now after the pass completion.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Green, 39. Gun.
Webb to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Green. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Saints on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Let's go. 3, 19. 3,
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. By the way, they're into the second half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And tough starting field position here. Going to give this time to the tailback. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Let's go.
Here's Watson on the sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Watson, off play action. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Calvin Pryor. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Webb. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a gain of 5. And just like that, it's third down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The Saints on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go. Blue landed.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on third down. Webb. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. In motion right comes Green.
Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, Webb. This is caught. And he's brought down. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Blue landed. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No, here we go now. 319. 319.
To throw on second down, Webb. That is caught at the 7-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Let's go. 319. 319.
From the gun on third down, Webb. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Timmy. Jernigan. And that's going to make it fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the fourth quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Second down following the run.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Brand 38. Black round. Ohio. Here we go. White 90. White 90. Black round. Black round. Black round. Black round. Black round. Black round. 6 yards. Check 6 yards.
Play clock winding down. On 1st and 10, Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route.
Brand 38. Brand 38. Black round. Black round.
And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Ohio. Come on, let's go. Black round. Black round. Ohio. Black round. Black round.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. The slot man in motion right. Off of play action, it's Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Howard Wilson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Looking to throw on second down. Webb. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
They'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. He's back to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. And the Ravens now really pouring it on. A win would be their first of the young season. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The offense on third down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is third and goal. They'll send Green in motion left. So now third and goal. Will the defense bring some extra pressure here? And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on fourth and goal. Slot man moves right. Back to throw. Now he's forced out left. And no, it's incomplete. They had the play call on fourth and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Falcons are close to finishing off this football game. On the NFL scoreboard there in the fourth quarter in Philadelphia. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their second on the young season. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down, 8.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Switch.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw, Watson. Forced out to his left. And he's got room. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Falcons, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And next week they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.
Legging with Nick, we dump it off like V. Ramonovic. Sorry, homie, you know. Really running. Now